Good evening, everyone. I request all of you to kindly switch on your video. We would be starting in the next 3 minutes. Thank you.
Hi, Siri. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
All right. Managing.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರೇ.
ಸರ್ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? How are you?
ಎಲ್ಲ ದೇವ್ರ ದಯ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ. ತಾವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಒಂಥರ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಹೇಳೋಣ?
ಗುಡ್.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
ಮನ್ಮೋಹನ್ ಯಾರು ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ?
ಏನಂದ್ರಿ?
ಮನ್ಮೋಹನ್ ಯಾರು? ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಅಂತ ನಾನ್ ನೋಡ್ದೆ.
ಮನ್ಮೋಹನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಮನ್ಮೋಹನ್ ಪಿ ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಪಿ ಎನ್ ಮನ್ಮೋಹನ್ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಇದು? ಹೊಸಬ್ರು ಒಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವು ಕಾಣಿಸಿದ್ರಿ.
ಅದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್? ಹೌ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಬೀನ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? ಹೌ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಬೀನ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದೆ.
ಗುಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ಸರ್.
ಗುಡ್.
ಅದೇನ್ ನೋಡಿ.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ವಿ ನೋ ಯು. But it's being live streamed, so the correct name must come.
We'll start in the next 1 minute. I request all the participants to kindly mute yourself.
Good evening, sir. Director, sir.
Good evening, Amma.
Good evening, sir.
We're just waiting Justice Dinesh Kumar to rejoin. Soon after that, we will begin.
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Good afternoon, Dinesh ji.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Good.
Oh, very. Yeah, we shall begin now. I request all the participants to kindly mute yourself. Thank you. A very good evening, everyone. I am Siri Prasad, coordinator of BIMACC. I extend a warm welcome to our chief guest for the day, His Lordship Justice Dinesh Kumar, all the mediation experts and trainers, all the participants, staff from ICFAI Law School, family members, and other guests for today's valedictory session. We have reached towards the end of the 50 hours mediation training program conducted by BIMACC in partnership with ICFAI Law School. At this point, I'm very happy to announce that BIMACC has successfully completed 7 editions so far, and this is the first edition with ICFAI Law School. And we're looking forward to many more such fruitful collaborations in the future. I'm also sure that a lot of participants have had a lot of learning, unlearning, and relearning over the last 3 weekends. So at this point, I would request any 3 participants to just share their experience in brief. Anybody, you may just raise your hand and you could start off. Any 3 participants.
Mr.
Anybody would want to volunteer?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Mr. Avichal.
Yeah, it was a great learning experience over 3 weeks time, and definitely there was a lot to unlearn. And the first thing that is something that Mr. Shiv Kumar told, that that ego thing that comes while a person is practicing mediation is something that needs to be controlled. So yeah, definitely, because when a person of expertise or some professional expertise gets into this, he needs to have that control, and also to understand the party's interest rather than getting into his own interest. So this is something that needs to be worked on, and a lot to learn from everyone. And over a period of 5 days, it was a great learning, collaboration, and learning from everyone. And I look forward to use this learning in my experience as as a mediator, and look forward to a great journey ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Prashant sir, Shiv Kumar sir, Thiru sir, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Avichal. Anybody else would want to volunteer? Yeah, Haripriya, you may speak.
Good evening, respected chief guest and my trainers. I'm so happy to be here today, a part of this process. It was a great learning process. Actually, I'm pursuing my first year of LLB, but still I have learned a lot from here. I'm taking back home so much from here. It is a great experience of learning. Thiru sir was correcting all my mistakes. I would like to thank him as well. And every trainer here is wonderful. They share their all the experiences of all throughout their life within this span of 5 days. Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am.
Okay, one last participant. Anybody else?
I'm KK Balu. Okay. Okay, I'll proceed. I am KK
Yes,
Balu, former Vice Chairman, Company Law Board. I participated in the sessions of BIMACC. BIMACC reserves all our appreciation for more than one reason. First of all, for unlearning negatives, for adopting punctuality, learning to be an ideal moderator, for becoming a sharp listener, for changing our attitude and behavior, for learning to be neutral and unbiased. To put it in a nutshell, BIMACC makes us an ideal mediator. I cannot just believe Mr. Thiru as I know him for decades. I realize now Mr. Thiru has got two faces. As counsel, now as senior counsel, very assertive and authoritative. As mediator, very passive and subservient. It is unbelievable and most difficult to possess both extreme features and qualities. Thiru proved to be a smart counsel as well as an excellent mediator. Coming to talented faculties, Mr. Shivakumar, hats off to him for the brilliant sessions. The contents of his presentations are rich treasure for all the participants. His presentations are at par excellence. Mr. Prasad Chandra, with his rich experience, is practical oriented. He is very dedicated and made us really an ideal mediators. His success is demonstrated by keeping us awakened invariably on all post-lunch sessions. My request with Thiru, in lighter vein, kindly provide him lunch and snacks to Mr. Prashant Chandra whenever he takes the sessions. Similarly, all other for example, talented trainees, they have put their entire soul to see that we all become ideal mediators. So we cannot even, as a last, we cannot forget the technical team. You see, all the 5 days, there was not even a single moment where there was a technical snack. So it was continuous, uninterrupted. So they also deserve our appreciation. So we are thankful to Thiru and his entire team for imparting this excellent experience. And also we are thankful to the justice for we are eagerly waiting.
Thank you so much, sir.
Remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We have with us His Lordship Justice Dinesh Kumar. We are really grateful to have you with us and we consider it to be a privilege. I request Mr. Manik BT to kindly introduce our chief guest for the day.
Thank you, Siri. Honorable Mr. Justice P.S. Dinesh Kumar started practice in the High Court of Karnataka in the year 1990. Appointed as an additional central government standing counsel in the year 1998 and as a senior standing counsel in the year 2003. He has served as a senior panel counsel for several government bodies and public sector undertakings. His Lordship has appeared in several important cases in different high courts and Supreme Court. He was appointed as an additional judge of the Karnataka High Court on 2/1/2015 and permanent judge on 30/12/2016. Mr. Justice Dinesh Kumar was a senior mediator of the Bangalore Mediation Center and a mediation trainer as well. Mediation is very close to his heart. Justice Dinesh Kumar has been a great supporter to BIMACC and to all the training programs. We are delighted to have him here with us today. I request His Lordship to address the trainers and the trainees. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah. My dear Thiru, Mr. Shiv Kumar, Mr. Prashant Chandra, and all participants. As I was introduced, the best part was mediation is very close to my heart. That sentence really made the day, and it's indeed so. I was one of the first batch of trainees when the High Court of Karnataka and the Mediation Center thought of getting the trainers from abroad, judges who are the mediators who are working in United States in court annexed mediation and private mediation were called. They trained us and we became mediators. Over a period of time, we learned the techniques of mediation, and the High Court thought that, you see, we must have our own team of trainers. Very senior persons here are there, Thiru, Prashant Chandra, Mr. Shiv Kumar particularly. They have all excelled in this training as trainers and master trainers. We all have worked together, had great opportunity training in several high courts, including in the Supreme Court. I usually used to partner with Mr. Prasad Subbanna, and we as a team would visit high courts after high courts and different teams on different occasions. A complete 40-hour training. The best part of the training has been very subtly put by Mr. K.K. Balu. I'm very happy to hear that the unlearning of negativity and bringing in positivity has been, which is the mool mantra of our mediation, has been so rightly imbibed by the trainees who have undergone the training for the full course. BIMACC, I'm very happy to know that year after year it is progressing, graduating. It has mastered, I must say, the art of mediation. Time and again, I have attended the functions as and when called. One is the subject is very close to my heart. Second is the BIMACC has been doing a wonderful job. It has done trainings and it has imparted training to several attendees who have come from different walks of life. I was very happy to know that Mr. K.K. Balu, who spoke, is from the Company Law Board, and he has succinctly put the experience of the full-term training that BIMACC has imparted. Ultimately, sir, my view to ladies and gentlemen is that the purpose of our life in this world must be to see that there is harmony everywhere. We have now today recorded 4 crore cases pending on the litigation side. That's the latest data that we have. We are talking about the docket explosion when it was 2 crores, when about a decade back, and it started growing phenomenally, that it's become a kind of a meteoric level it has reached, wherein we are unable to control the number of litigations they get registered in each and every court. As a matter of fact, I've gone on record in some of the functions where I was called, where new courts were established. It's a good sign that people are worried and they're concerned about their rights, and they come to court for adjudication. But at the same time, see the flip side of it, that people go to court means they're unhappy about that the raw deal that they perceive at least that they have had in life. Therefore, the resultant position is the person who goes to court goes with a kind of dissatisfaction in life. There is no harmony, more particularly with so many amendments in laws, so many rights accruing by virtue of the legislations, those are brought from time to time. People who do not get, the citizens who do not get their fair deal, they keep approaching the courts again and again and over again. The system as such, the executive, the legislature and the judiciary, which are 3 wings of the constitution, which have to work in sync. More particularly, if the executive were to do its job thoroughly, then perhaps large amount of litigation can get reduced in the judiciary. I have stated this on many occasions, more particularly though expressing happiness on creation of new courts, inauguration of new courts. I also equally expressed the unhappiness or the concern at least about the people who go to the court with some grievances. Ladies and gentlemen, we have great opportunity. Today we have cases like the family disputes, partition suits, check bouncing cases, and the like, which are most suited for the mediation. Though although we call it as a check bouncing case, if you see it in a different perspective, the complainant who comes to court is more concerned about getting his money back than a person being his opponent or the accused being convicted. One thing we must all know at the back of the mind, that both you call it plaintiff or the defendant or the complainant or the accused, both know the facts very precisely. There are some circumstances because of which they feel strongly about certain things, and at the end of the day they say that sorry, we'll keep on litigating the issues from one court to the other. And today in the apex court, the position is that we get to see our senior brothers and sisters who are in the Supreme Court that literally they don't get even 1 minute's time on the admission days. For the admission days on Monday, they start reading from the Friday evening. And for the admission days on Friday, they start reading from almost Wednesday evening. This is the position in the Supreme Court, and equally so in the High Court. We have a listing of about 120, 130 matters on the board of every judge in the High Court, and perhaps double the number in the trial courts. This is the need of the hour, sir. We need to do something wherein we can reduce this litigation. It is so that the burden of the courts will be reduced. More than that, the happiest thing will be that people will go with a shake hand and shaking hand with the opposite person, and the relations will get remolded, which would have been shattered for various years by virtue of the litigation that they have been indulged in. It's a loss of time, money, energy for all concerned. At the same time, The positive factor of it is they get the litigation solved, and at the same time, they'll go happily smiling. Although on the bench, speaking for myself, have to decide matters on questions of law more often not than whenever I get an opportunity, but particularly in family cases, more particularly in partition suits. I have always made it a point to see that parties are somehow brought to accept the alternative dispute resolution under Section 89, more particularly the mediation. Out of the three, the closest to me is mediation, although I sit on this on the other wings, more particularly the conciliation wing, when in motor vehicle cases and settlements, which we do in mostly in motor vehicles and check bouncing cases. I must have referred number of matters to Bangalore Mediation Center. At the same time, whenever I go to the districts, I always persuade young lawyers to take it up as to have a course. I, as a carer in our academy, in the Judicial Academy, I always persuaded our judges to take this full course training, so that their perception and their viewpoint when they sit on the bench will be completely, they will be sensitized to the position of various factors and facets of not only law, of the human angle. This has been my constant endeavor, and I have been a kind of admirer to all my very senior friends who have been doing this yeoman service, and hats off to all of you, sir. Sooner or later, when I'm back after my tenure here, I would like to be an assistant to Mr. Shiv Kumar and join the mediation all over again. One thing, all of you who have joined this 55 hours course in this BIMACC, first thing is I must congratulate all of you. Second is, I must thank you for doing this. One is you have chosen to come here. Congratulations. You have now gone through the entire process, and I'm really very touched for the reason that you're working for a cause. Please imagine, by virtue of your intervention and your mediation, if families get reunited, people who have to get money, they will get their money back, and their problems are solved. They will tell you a thank you and then go. It's something very fantastic. See, any amount of, we may decide on the questions of law, give a cut and dry judgment that this is a position. Nonetheless, by experience, by an informed standpoint, I can tell you, having dealt on both sides as a lawyer, as a mediator, and as a judge, I can tell you with a certainty that if it looks like a small case of injunction, which is in courts, it will have, if you just dig it, touch it, it will have certain other cases which you can solve. More particularly, it's a matter of concern that on the family side, usually it doesn't come with a solitary case. Once either the party, more particularly the lady, goes to the lawyer, usually we have seen that the litigation gets multiplied, and for various reasons they don't get sorted out. More particularly, it's such a sensitive relation interstate between a man and the lady of the house, that you see, if it's exposed in the court, perhaps that may not be so appropriate for them to invite a judgment from the court. On the other hand, a mediation in a closed room, having a joint session or a private session, and then resolve their disputes and go with the smile. And I always wish that they must go together. But nonetheless, even if they part ways as friends. That would be the way in which we must look at it. Thiru, you have done a wonderful job. You asked me I have started reading your book, and few pages of that, a large number of pages of that, they make very interesting reading. But at the same time, it touches the heart. And thank you. And you have always been very kind to call me to your functions, and that takes me back to the lanes of memory lanes where I have worked myself as a mediator. And thank you. Now, to be in the valedictory, I'm a part of the all mediators family and feel very happy to be associated with having called me for this function. I thank you and thank all the participants for the courtesy of hearing me for some time. It would be a great pleasure to again and again get associated for the cause of justice, for the cause of mediation at any given point of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure all the participants had a lot of clarity now with regard to mediation and what really happens in the court. Thank you so much. I now request Mr. Thiruvengadam VC to kindly share a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored in the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Dinesh Kumar. And I don't think there can be any better person to grace this occasion and encourage the new mediators. Each and every one of us, including my fellow trainers, are overwhelmed by your presence, and you've been doing this year after year. Thanks a lot for this continuing support. I need to mention a couple of facts. BIMACC has taken up a cause. Our Board of Governors, headed by Justice Syriac Joseph, said that mediation should not be one meant only for the elite or those who can afford. Now we are partnering with educational institutions, training young lawyers and law graduates or students to become mediators and conduct free mediation clinics for those who are economically weak, cannot even pay 10 rupees to engage a lawyer. We have to reach out to them. That is the mission of BIMACC. And as one of the first initiative, I'm grateful to ICFAI University under the leadership of Professor Dr. A.V.N. Rao. And also the brainwave of Justice Mr. Challa Kodandaram of Telangana High Court, who approached and said, why don't we do this? So we are setting up a mediation center in Hyderabad called ICFAI BIMACC Mediation Center. And the trainees who have participated today and more trainees are going to reach out and ensure to whatever possible extent that those who cannot afford litigation, those who cannot even go to legal service authority, resolve the disputes amicably. There may be auto rickshaw drivers, housemaids, so many people who have problems. 70% of the disputants cannot even come to the courts. So that is the aim, sir. And I'm sure with your continuing support, BIMACC will ensure, be a great support to the judiciary. God bless you and wish everyone a successful mediation career. Thank you. Over to you, Sri.
Thank you so much, Thirusa. Now we move on to the most exciting part of the valedictory ceremony, that is the prize distribution. Since day one, Thirusa kept saying that there is going to be some surprise towards the end of the 5th day, and here we have reached that particular point in time. So now, after careful and combined evaluation from all the trainers based on classroom participation, team activities, attendance, assignments, opening statement videos, settlement agreement, and role plays, we have tabulated the marks and we have winners. We're going to give first prize, second prize, and third prize. So I'm going to start off with the third prize, and this was evaluated for a total of 50 marks. So in the third place, it's a tie between 3 people. We have Dr. Veena. Congratulations, ma'am. Mr. Akbar Khan and Mr. KK Balu. Hearty congratulations to all 3 of you. Moving forward, second place, we have Mr. Dilip. Congratulations, sir. And first place, we have Ms. Disha Gaudra. Congratulations, Disha. And I think you're one of the youngest participants here. That it was a very, very good performance from you. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you all will be receiving gift vouchers from Amazon really soon. And you will also be receiving certificates from ICFAI Law School. Now we move on to I will be formally announcing all the names of the participants, and from this very minute, you have completed your 55 hours of mediation course, and you would be calling yourself as mediators. So I'm just going to call out all the names. Congratulations to each one of you. And on behalf of the entire BIMACC, I would like to welcome you all to the BIMACC family. So I will just call out all the participants who have successfully completed this program over the last 3 weeks. So Dr. Veena, Ms. Disha Gaudra, Professor Dr. A.V. Narasimha Rao, Dr. Muhammad Akbar Khan, Dr. Madhuri, Dr. S.P. Damodar Reddy, Dilip Sharma, Advocate Avichal, Haripriya Ipali, K.K. Balu, Challa Kiranmayi, Leela Naga Janaka Rajita, Ambita Gayatri, Abhishek Mishra, Dr. Ramaswamy, Lavanya Ravipati, Sumedha, Dharmala Venkata Narasimham. Congratulations to each one of you on behalf of entire BIMACC and all the trainers. I would request all of you to smile for a group picture. Just kindly switch on your camera. Manik, are we ready? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Just a thank you is a mighty powerful prayer. It says it all. As a proud representative of BIMACC, I would like to express our gratitude to His Lordship Justice Dinesh Kumar for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion with your kind words. Thank you so much. We would like to thank ICFAI Law School for collaborating with us and making this program a success. We are very grateful to Mr. Dilip and Professor Narasimha Rao for all the support. This program would not have been possible without you all. Thank you so much. We would like to thank our master trainers, Mr. Thiruvengadam DC, Mr. Srilal Warrior, Mr. Shiv Kumar, Mrs. Sushila Sarati, Mr. Prashant Chandra, and Ms. Beulah Jemina. Thank you. We really respect all the effort that you've put in to simplify the process of mediation to all our participants. Each one of you have inspired all the participants. We are truly grateful. Thank you so much. We also thank all the participants for your enthusiastic participation over the last 3 weeks. There were a few deadlines that had to be met during the weekdays, and you all have successfully done that. So thank you so much. And you all have outperformed yourselves over the last 3 weeks, and we can see a stark difference from what you all were in the first week to what you all are now. So congratulations to each one of you all. Thank you, Ramya and Manik, for all the technical support, and you all have been helping BIMACC to organize this program right from the scratch. Every step you all have been with us, so thank you so much. And thank you to Mrs. Revati Thiruvengadam. Ma'am has done all the work back end, but she has been the strongest pillar and the biggest backbone of BIMACC. So thank you so much, ma'am. We're really grateful to have you with us. Also, thank you to Mrs. Netra for being so patient and helping us with all the administrative work. Thank you so much, ma'am. We really appreciate all the help that you've given us. Lastly, I would like to thank God for giving us good health and strength to make this evening possible and completing this program fruitfully. Personally, I would like to thank BIMACC and Thiru sir for giving me this opportunity. And also, I think I need to say that I was the lucky one who got to do the entire training program twice. So I got to revise my skills. Although I got trained last year, there were a lot of things that I got to unlearn and relearn again. So I think I got to be the lucky one. So thank you so much. And now I would request each one of you all to stand up for the national anthem.
Before you do that, on behalf of BIMACC and each of the trainers, and personally from my side, I need to thank you, Siri, for your relentless hard work for the past 5 days. And apart from that, thanks to, again, Ramya and Manik from my side. They have been a tremendous support. Of course, I don't have to thank Revati for this. She's a trustee of this organization. And again, no words to praise my dear friend Shiv, who has been always with part of BIMACC. And this year we had Prashant and Beulah joining us as trainers. We have done a very good job, and I'm sure they're going to play a major role as me and Shiv and I will be taking a slow step backward. It's for them to take the lead and take forward, because it's the new generation and new people, new faces have to take over. And thanks to Sushila Madam also. And again, once again, thanks to everyone, and thanks to His Lordship Justice Dinesh. God bless you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Why not we sing? I think we'll start singing. I'll start. Jana Gana Mana
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब
भारत भाग्य विधाता
Thank you, everyone. And there's going to be a certificate distribution ceremony, which is going to be held in Hyderabad. And announcement will be coming soon from ICFAI University. And
with the permission of Mr. Thiru,
please,
we would like to inform you that we are planning to conduct program on 20th August and trying to invite the Chief Justice of Telangana High Court. I'm waiting for his appointment. Once he agrees, that will be done on 20th of the August. So we welcome all of you to our campus, and we'll be celebrating a successful completion of our BIMACC training program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Good night, guys. Have a great innings.
Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You in some mediation or the other, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Sir. Shiv, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Thiru. Good night, everybody. Have a great time.
Thanks
Celebrate.
a lot. All the best.
Champagne tonight. Go enjoy.
So you're all
Thank you,
mediators.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Prashant, sir.
You're a
Thank
new
you, Beulah,
profession
ma'am.
as mediators.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Guys, good night.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank all of you.
Thank you, Siri Didi, for coordinating everything.
No problem. Welcome.
Thank you.